This is Abe Friedtanzer from cinemadailywest.com, and I'm thrilled to be speaking with Kaouther Ben Hania about her terrific film, Four Daughters. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. This is a really fascinating film. Can you tell me where it first began for you?
It began in 2016. I saw Olfa talking about her daughters on TV, and I found the character fascinating, the story so complex and so I mean, there was everything I'm interested in: teenagerhood, rebellion, motherhood, violence, love. So I thought that it can be a great documentary. So I contacted the journalist. He gave me Olfa's number, and it started there.
And then where did it turn into this hybrid where you had people portraying people and still the real people when you could?
It took me time to figure out how to tell this story, because in the beginning I started with a normal classical documentary, and quickly found out that it's not the best way to tell this story, since it was something about their past, about how to question this past. And So I stopped, and I start thinking about all the implication of what I want to do. And if I want to go to their past, I need to have, to use this well-known cliche called reenactment. But since I don't like reenactment, I was thinking that the best way to do this is to hijack this device and use it uh, uh, in a better way, which was something like bringing the memory alive, but also questioning the memory, being inside the scene, outside of the scene, having conversation about motivation, something more therapeutic, more more reflective, So when I thought that I need actors to help me, um, everything changes in the project, and everything went quickly, even for the movie financement, and also for my understanding of the story. And yeah, so but it was a long process. It took me almost 4 years to figure out how I want to tell this story.
I think it worked out very well. Do you agree? Is this how you I pictured it from the start, or were there unexpected challenges in that hybrid format?
Uh, yeah, there are always challenges, because um, it's like a very complicated story, multi-layered story, and it's also a minefield, because it's sensitive. You have a lot of emotional, traumatic past. So how to say this? You have always the ethical question. So everything was complicated, but I mean, I love complexity, and I love give um to tell a complex story in a very coherent and comprehensive way. So it was worth it, I think.
I know that I saw your name attached to this film and I wanted to see it without looking at what it was about. And as a result, I didn't know this story. And so it sort of plays a little bit like a mystery at first, and then you find out what's really going on. Is that what you want audiences to have that experience?
Yeah, I think the best experience is to watch the movie without knowing anything, I think, yeah, this is what I wanted. But also because I think that the news part and the is the visible tip of the iceberg. So it's like revealing this. It's just to say, yeah, let's go deep back and dig uh in the hidden part of the iceberg, so we can understand the visible part.
How has this film been received in Tunisia?
Great. It's still in the theater. It's a national success. People love the movie, and yeah, it's great. The reception was really great.
There are people who aren't happy that you made this film, and have you received any sort of negativity?
No, to be frank, I didn't receive any negativity. I received a lot of feedback saying we need to understand what happened during the past 10 years. So this movie is kind of something to understand, what happened just after the revolution, why things went wrong, and how to address them. Since it's a very, moving society right now, everything giving some shedding light, giving lights is very welcome. I'm talking about the audience, so.
That the response has been different based on where you've shown it? Because I know you've been at a lot of festivals across the world.
What is amazing that the reaction are the same all over the world. I keep having the same questions. So I think in Tunisia people have a more direct link to the movie because it's Tunisian. They don't need to read subtitles, so the reaction is more emotional. But mainly I'm having the same feedback all over the world. It's really amazing.
Has the film had any real world implications for the sisters who are imprisoned?
Yeah, we are trying to advocate for them. I showed the movie to some official, I mean, governmental official, like minister uh, and the head of Department State of Children, Family, and they are doing a commission to study the case by case all those women and children. So we are pushing them, to at least to save the young daughter and to repatriate the two girls so they can have a fair trial in Tunisia.
Pretty incredible. This film is on the Oscar shortlist both for Best International Feature and Best Documentary. What was your reaction when you heard that news?
I was really happy because it means that because it's not always the same people who vote for the documentary and who vote for international. It means that the movie people like it although coming from different horizon. So I was really happy, and now I'm looking for the nomination. It's mm.
I think you're in great company with a lot of other terrific films, and there's one that sticks out to me, The Mother of All Lies, that I feel like has some similarities to this story. Have you seen any of the other films, and does anything feel similar to this project for you?
No, not yet, but people are telling me this. Yeah.
Well, as I said, I was familiar with your work. I've seen your previous films, The Man Who Sold His Skin and Beauty and the Dogs,
Oh,
which are both very different from each other and different from this one, even though, they do deal with violence and gender and just all of that. Do you see a through line between, connecting these three films?
yeah, I mean, it's true that they are very different, and this is what I like in cinema. Every project is unique for me. It's to explore a new territory. But if I want, I mean, to find the connection between the movie or one line, I think I'm very interested by injustice, and the dominant dominee relationship. This is something that interests me very much, and it's present in the three movie.
Well, those two are obviously straight narratives. This one isn't a straight documentary because it's a hybrid. Do you feel like you have a preference for documentary over narrative?
I don't think about preference in this way. There are some stories are better told in documentaries, like Olfa's story. If I mean, wanted to do fiction, I think it will be less not as good as the story because the real character are amazing, and you can't fictionalize this. It will always be under the reality, but there are some stories are better in this form or in this form. So I mean, I love documentary, but because it's such a great lab where I can experiment thing and but then it's the story you impose me its form, and that's why my movies are very different, because I start with the story and I ask myself what is the best way to tell this story. I'm not imposing in the stories my style, like I want to tell them in the same way.
Working on a new project?
Yes, I'm working in on new project. We are financing now, right now, and it will be a fiction.
Is there anything else you can preview about it or not just yet?
Yeah, it's the title is "You Shall Not Make an Image," which is the second commandment, you know, and it's a movie about beliefs and about images in our culture and how we um love to tell stories and we prefer stories over facts.
Have you seen any other films this past year that have really moved you that you think are important for others to see?
Yes, I saw American Fiction, which I like it very much. I found it really there is this meta side that I love, you know, in the American Fiction. It's a meta fiction also, and I found it hilarious, funny, absurd, and uh, everything that I like. And I found the ending really great and very smart. What I saw else, I loved Killer of the Flower Moon. For me, it's such strong story about indigenous people and about the injustice they um, had to deal with. And I mean, Scorsese is just perfect for mean character, for the evil. He's just one of the greatest. Let me think. Um, I don't know. I there are I think there are others movie, but this is my latest movies that I saw. I saw the Persian version. I found it really beautiful, really funny, well shot, and such yeah, like shining movie that I really enjoyed watching it.
Wonderful. Well, there's lots of great things, and I think these are definitely for your film and these three movies are all very different, and that's part of what's nice about all of this. And so, for more great conversations like this, you can subscribe to the Cinema Daily US YouTube channel. I wish you plenty of luck in both Oscar categories, and thank you for taking some time to speak with me today.
Thank you.